What is up, what is up, what is up, everybody? This is your boy Is Nefarious here, and I am here for another edition of your favorite series. Here we go, following the Pittsburgh Steelers of the Premier Madden League. And we are here, we are in week 3. We are taking on the Indianapolis Colts. And first, we're going to show you how to apply to the Premier Madden League and join our coaching carousel and join our Discord and all that good stuff. So let's just show you that real quick. You're going to go here to premiermadden.com. As you can see, well, I actually hid the search bar, but it's premiermadden.com. You're going to go over to the main page. You're going to hit apply, and then it's going to bring you to an application. So that's the first thing you got to do is head over to Premier Madden, check out the content, apply to the league, do all that good stuff. Now we got to take a look at our previous game against the Cleveland Browns. Take a look at some of the mistakes we made, some of the adjustments we like, some of the stuff that we could build on for this game against the Indianapolis Colts. So let's go back and take a look at that. Alright, so here we are with the first mistake of the game, and this is a mistake. It's 1st and 10, and we're playing a third down defense, a third and long type of defense with the blitz showing in the gaps. This is an easy defense to run against, so this is a massive mistake. Especially with the way the plays flip. We got that outside presence on the right hand side, and on the left hand side we really don't have the bodies for a run to the left. So let's play this out. You're gonna see it immediately. You saw it in the highlights last video. It's we send a blitz. That's not gonna help. As you can see, he gets absolutely nowhere near him, and then he's gonna take it all the way down for a touchdown. So immediately made a mistake on our defense. It had something to do with our adjustments prior to the play picked. And we kind of rushed to pick a play, and that's what happened. So quick first touchdown, gave him the lead. Now let's jump over to another play where we could talk about. Now let's jump over to another play where we could check out what went right and what went wrong in that situation. All right, so here we are with another play. We're showing a fake blitz here. We're gonna stop it right here. So actually bring it back a little bit. We ran a fake blitz. So as you can see, we got Terrell Edmonds coming down to the line. He's running a fake blitz. He's supposed to bail out for me. Unfortunately, the way the game's programmed, he doesn't bail out. As you can see, he's like hovering in the middle, and that gives him a free TD right over the top to his wide receiver. So, you know, when we run that fake blitz, we got to user that guy and drop him back into coverage. I don't know any other way to make that look better. Or user Minka Fitzpatrick and kind of look for a deep corner like that, or a deep post, I mean. So, you know, that's a mistake. We got to learn from that, and then hopefully we can show that fake blitz and transfer into a too high type of look. But that's one play. Now let's move over to another play and see if where we made the mistake, where we went right. Alright, so this is a nice play to show. This is where game planning comes in and knowing your opponent. So we've played the Browns enough to know when we got to come out, our first play out of the huddle has to be a non-play action, has to be a pass play that we could, you know, hot route, a zig route, hot route, a quick route, because he does like to call blitzes. So let's show this play. I think we even did our weekly training and did a blitz counter for our offense. So let's run this play. We see the blitz just based on how everybody's lined up. The corner on the left is played off. The safety's close to the line of scrimmage, closer than usual. The strong safety is lined up right over the top of our slot guy and Trey Turner, and then, you know, we got the other corner playing off. It's an easy tell for a man blitz. So we see that coming. We hot route, zig route real quick, and we're gonna hit that quick, and he's gonna have nothing but space in front of him. As you can see, we could have possibly got a touchdown if we had a better user, but unfortunately we suck. So we only got about a 40-yard gain. I forgot where we were, but a solid adjustment to a solid game plan as far as knowing that he's gonna blitz and be ready for it at any point. All right, so here we are again with another offensive play, and this again, easy tell that it's a man blitz coming right now. You can tell by the way the safeties are lined up. He's got a double A gap showing. He's got a safety over the top of Mike Evans. You got a safety over the top of this tight end. This corner's probably, actually the corner's probably grabbing the tight end. The safety's probably grabbing my running back. So we already know that it's probably a mid blitz here. So let's go ahead and run it. We actually block our running back here and James Robinson, and then we're gonna put a little zig route on the tight end. Hopefully he gets open. If not, we're going to put Mike Evans as well on a slant. a couple man-beaten routes. So a quick little adjustment. We're gonna run it. It's that mid blitz. He gets a free rusher, even though our running back was there. We should have ID'd Myles Garrett, but it comes out into a touchdown because we knew the man blitz was coming. We game planned for that and knew that we had to be prepared for it. So another good coaching thing for us there. Let's see if there's anything else we could point out. Alright, so here we are with another play, and we kind of get bailed out on this one, but I'm going to talk about it anyway. He comes in a wing look. We come out in a man coverage, a cover one coverage. It's a wing stack, that's one. Man coverage against a stack is not good. If you want to run match coverage against a stack, that's good, but we ran man coverage against a stack. That's one. Two, wing, I don't suggest man because the outside run against it is pretty easy to get. And that's exactly what he's going to do. So we're going to run it. We're going to show you what he does. We move everybody to the left, but still wide open gap in the middle. We get bailed by a holding call, but he's taking that into the end zone. Easy touchdown once again to Nick Chubb, but thankfully we got a hold there. We got to come out in a better defense, and we were angry about the defense we came out in that situation. Now let's move forward. Let's see if there's something else we can point out. Alright, so here we are in the fourth quarter. We have the lead and we have the ball. It's 1st and 10. There's no need for us to even drop back and pass. We can hand it off, keep establishing the run because he hasn't been able to stop the run so far. But we come out and we try to pass. Not only do we try to pass, we don't really give ourselves any good reads here. This is a good man coverage type of call, but this is against zone, and we really don't set ourselves up for anything. So we drop back, we look at the wheel route. The wheel route's wide open right now. We throw it a second too late, and then boom, here comes Nolan Smith, his linebacker, with an easy interception, setting him up at the 22, and really puts him in the driver's seat at this point. Really terrible mistake. We can't make those mistakes in this type of game. Alright, so here we are with another play, and I'm showing you the play call here because this is the main issue. He comes out in gun, tray, Y flex. Alright, gun, tray, Y flex. What does that tell you? Let's go in nickel, let's go in dime. Something with DBs on the field. Well, not us. We actually come out in 3-4 odd with Storm Brave 1. Why we do that, I don't know, but we do that. And what's going to happen is not a surprise. So we're going to go ahead and run it. He has a favorable matchup on the left-hand side. We got a outside linebacker matched up. I think that's that's not TJ Watt. That's that might be even Jeremiah Moon matched up, or Carter Coughlin matched up on Donovan Peoples-Jones. And then we got Terrell Edmonds matched up, I think, on Chris Olave. So let's go ahead and run it. We're user and Minka to give help to whoever needs it. The issue is, guess what? Everybody on this play needs it. Everybody on this play needs it. So we're going to run it. You'll see exactly what happens. So we'll get pressure immediately. He rolls out. Our guy actually gets tripped, as you can see near the offensive line. He trips on somebody. So it ruins our pass rush. So now we got no pressure. He kind of hike and hauled us. He immediately ran out. So as you can see down the field, he's got one guy open in Donovan Peoples-Jones. We actually use that to take that away because that's the main read that we know. But on the other side, Terrell Edmonds is getting fried like no tomorrow, as you can see. And then he's going to hit his wide receiver for an easy touchdown. That's all on Terrell Edmonds. And that's mainly on my play call, but that's on Terrell Edmonds getting absolutely torched. Bad play call, bad formation. At least match personnel there, and maybe we have a better chance. But, a tough play. Let's jump forward and let's see if there's anything else we could talk about. Alright, so I'm going to bring you to a play where actually the fake blitz works out. So here we are in the fourth quarter. It's 3:31 left. He's got the ball. He's got the keys to the car right now. He's up 34-32. We're going to run a fake blitz. He should be running the ball. At this point, he should be running ball, but the last two runs, he didn't get much, so our run game has been playing well. He's actually going to come out and try to pass this ball. And what happens is he doesn't make the right read. He doesn't make a good read on the defense. We're coming out in a cover 4 quarters, even though it looks like a cover 3 zone blitz. and we get an easy interception there by Ahmad Garner, giving us the chance to come back and win. And fortunately for us, we do. I think this is the last play we're going to point out. It's a huge win for us. Next week we take on the Indianapolis Colts, so let's jump over to their stream and let's point out a few things from their games. Alright, so here we are taking a look at the Colts versus Jaguars, the AFC South matchup. We'll see how it goes. Let's see if we can pull out some information that we could use in our game coming up. Alright, we're going to take a look at it, keep an eye on this, but immediately he makes adjustments. He puts flats on 0, so that's something to keep an eye on. And he also matches wide receivers by overall. Motion could mess up his coverage, so got to keep that in mind. Now let's jump forward and let's see if we can pick out anything he does as a user. Alright, so here's a play I want to point out. It's a key 4th down. It's 4th and inches. He's going to come out, he's going to press everybody, he's going to bring everybody to the line, and as you can see, he puts out hard flats, and as we know, his hard flats are going to set at 0, so this is something we definitely could take advantage of if we were in this situation. Most of the cases, we'll probably run it, but if we want to pass it, we could understand what he's probably going to do in this situation, put those hard flats out, and try to make you throw over the top. So that's something to keep an eye on. So let's run it and let's see how this works. So we're waiting for the Jacksonville Jaguars to snap it. Keep an eye on the 2 flat players. See where they go. Immediately at the 0 mark and say, look, easy interception. He set him at 0. I don't know what that throw was or why he made that throw, but that's an easy interception and it's easy touchdown for his defense. And yeah, gotta be smarter than that. Hopefully we're smarter than that. So let's jump forward and let's see what else we could point out. Alright, remember how I said a motion or a flip of the play will throw off his whole coverage? Now let me show you exactly what I mean. So he's coming out with Trey Y flex on one side, flips it to the other side, and look what happened to his coverage. Look what happened. You got 2 guys going to the same spot. You got his coverage all mamble-jambled. You got nobody on the left-hand side. He doesn't even account for it. He's just going to let him run it this way. I want to see how this play turns out. But he goes over the middle. I don't think that was the best read, but you could see exactly what goes on, how his coverage is all messed up just from that. And you can see him, he's adjusting the flats. So we know he adjusts off those flats. So we'll try to hit him early with those flats. If he runs it like a streak on the outside of a cover 2, will be wide open. So we got to pay attention to that. But let's see if there's anything else we could point out. Alright, here we are with his defense again. This is another thing we like to see from his defense. He's coming out with a man blitz, and it's the easiest tell in the world. And if we could get that, perfectly fine for us. So we would put a little zig route, a little slant, something out here that would help beat man-to-man coverage on a quick little throw. Let's see what he does. Does he have anything? He doesn't. He doesn't set himself up for anything. I would have motioned one guy over, maybe even put him on a zig to the wide side of the field. I would have did something. He didn't really do anything to put himself in a good position. And that's just knowing what a man, when you read that, you know what the best play call is. Hopefully he does that against us, and we'll be able to dissect that immediately and maybe make a good throw, hopefully. Alright, so this is a nice little play. It's like a learning play for us. What not to do when we play them. So he's coming out in a single back ace, and he's going to run a PA crosses. As you can see, it has the auto motion, but the problem is the PA, and he runs in and gets an easy sack. We can't let that happen. When he's coming out to that man blitz, we got to be able to audible to a play that has a quick hitter. We can't run that play action and get sacked like that and set us up in 2nd and 18, 3rd and 18 and stuff like that. So let's jump forward. Let's see if there's anything else we could point out. Alright, so I'm pulling out this play from his offense, and this is not something he does that, we got to point out. But this is something that, with his team and the way he built it. He's got Anthony Richardson, who's a rookie. He's okay. He's not the greatest. And you're going to see an example of why he's not the greatest here. Also, he's got Jonathan Taylor. So it's going to be a lot like when we played the Cleveland Browns. Force him to pass the ball. Don't let him run it. That's pretty much the game plan. So the Jaguars base a line on this to kind of throw him off. He's going to throw a little streak there just in case nobody matches. And he's going to throw that little zig route if that streak's not open. So he's looking left. He's going to look left. He has triangle open, not completely open, but he has them open for the most part. Anthony Richardson sells him and throws a pick, gives Jaguars a 14-7 lead. So that's something we got to pay attention to. Force him to throw the ball. Hopefully, we get mistakes like that by the quarterback, and we could capitalize on them. All right, this is the last play we're gonna go over for the Colts. Just showing how he plays. When he passes, he likes to get outside the pocket. He likes to wait for the coverage to break down and find an open guy. So. This is another example of it. This is the last play of the game. He's going to roll out. It's 1st and 10, and it's the last play of the game because he makes a mistake. Gets outside. He's going to throw it at R1 because he breaks loose, but there's a safety there able to fix that. Thankfully, that could have ended up worse if he didn't have anybody there, but somebody was there. We just got to be prepared for him to roll out, especially if we don't send enough. He's just going to roll out and wait until the coverage breaks down, and then he'll go ahead and find an open guy. But that's going to do it for this. Just going through the Colts game. Stop the run, stop Jonathan Taylor, make him throw the ball, keep him inside the pocket, and also on offense, be prepared with our man blitz beaters, our man beaters, because he does like to call some cover one as well. Calls a lot of cover three, be ready for that, and then also be ready for the hard flats. So if you see the hard flats, be able to hit the shot over the top, especially if he comes out in a cover two look. Let's jump over to the in-game stuff and let's see what we're dealing with this week. All right, so here we are with the game stuff. We got a few things. We got a mock draft one. This we won't really look at because I don't think the draft class is imported yet, so it really doesn't matter to us. But we do have a breakout player. We have a breakout player. Let's see what it is. Coach, blah, blah, blah. So who is this? Who is this? Claypool? Yeah, Chase Claypool. So Chase Claypool's got a dev story. We're going to get him 4 TDs or 200 yards rushing/receiving. So it's going to be a Claypool day. It's going to be nothing but Chase Claypool. We got to try to get this dev story. He's going to be a superstar X Factor. I mean, the superstar abilities he has, short and elite and reach for it. I don't know what he would get for an X Factor, but let's see if we can get it. We'll try our best, but we want to win first. Win first, X Factor later, even though the X Factor will be playing in the back of our mind. So let's jump over to the Colts. We'll talk about the game plan. We'll talk about their team a little bit, and we'll see what we're dealing with. Alright, so here we are with the Colts. First thing you notice, we got Anthony Richardson, a rookie that he's starting over sophomore Carson Strong. It's not the best quarterback, but he's got a running back like Jonathan Taylor to hand the ball off to. He doesn't have a real fullback. He's using Marlon Mack, so I-form doesn't really work for him. Then wide receivers, he's got Odell and he's got Mike Williams. A couple wide receivers, he's got a rookie Josh Downs, Devin Carter. So let's just talk about the game plan as we go through this. Offensive line's pretty good. You got Quentin Nelson, one of the best offensive lines, I think. You got 2 top tier on that left side, so we got to watch that left side. But with this, it's going to be run heavy, and then it's also going to be stop the run. Kind of like the Cleveland Browns, we want to stop the run. We want to keep him inside the pocket because he likes to roll out. He likes to roll out, so we want to keep him inside the pocket. We also want to stop Jonathan Taylor from getting busy. He likes to take deep shots, so we got to watch out for that. On the other side, all he really has for the running game, as you can see, he got rid of his middle linebacker, or his outside linebacker, Darius Leonard. So he doesn't really have a linebacker besides Bobby Oriki who could really stop us in the run game. So we might try to take advantage of that. He's got some decent corners. So you don't want to test him too much. Free safeties and strong safeties really solid. So let's see what we could do again in the run game. That's going to be the plan. Now let's jump over to the Steelers because we are having a little bit of a storyline. Obviously, slot wide receiver was still going to go with Trey Tucker. Pretty much produced the same way as our buddy over there, Rondale Moore. So we're going to rock with Trey Tucker. I did want to make one change, and that was to the left end. I know we've been riding. Actually, we got to make a change to the right tackle too, because Jawan James is out for us. So Josh Jones is going to step in and play right tackle. One change we wanted to make is this. Riley Mills, love you, mean it, but we're going to give a shot to Frank Clark for the time being until we get Riley Mills up to speed. Frank Clark's going to start this week. We'll see how he does. If it's pretty much the same, then we're going to go back to Riley Mills. But that's going to be the starting three for us. Frank Clark, Jordan Davis, Cameron Hayward. Now let's jump over to weekly training. Hopefully everybody comes out healthy. So let's jump over there and see what happens. All right, so here we are with the training. Our focus players are going to be JT Daniels, Trey Tucker, Riley Mills, Mont Garner, Jordan Davis, and Devin Bush. Taking a look at our ranks, total defensive rank 30th, total offensive rank 7th. We're 25th in defensive scoring, we're 20th in offensive scoring. Defensive total yards per game, we're 30th. Offensive total yards per game, we're 2nd. Defensive pass yards per game, we're 31st. Offensive pass yards a game, we're 15th. Defensive rush yards per game, we're 17th. Offensive rush yards per game, we're 4th. Defensive turnovers, we're 23rd. We only have 5. And we're 13th in offensive turnovers with 6. So let's do the training. Let's hope everybody comes out healthy because that's the main goal. And, you know, we want to... Everybody seems good on the defense. So one side's good. Let's check the offense. So far, so good. All right, perfect. Everybody came out healthy. You know, now we got to take on the Indianapolis Colts. Hopefully we come out with a win. We also got players ready to negotiate. We'll get into as well. We'll announce them when we re-sign somebody. But let's jump over to our game against the Indianapolis Colts and let's see how we do. All right, so here we are taking on the Indianapolis Colts. It is 0-0 here in the first quarter. He's going to find his rookie wide receiver for a touchdown here, making it 7-0. So an early score by him after 2 3-and-outs. And then he's going to drop back here at 7-6 after a couple field goals by us. We're going to get an interception by Minkah Fitzpatrick. A nice little play by Minkah. I think that's his 3rd or 4th interception on the season. Nice little play by him. He's going to try to take it into the end zone because our offense isn't able to do anything. It leads to another field goal, so it's 9-7 here. He's going to drop back. He's going to look deep once again, and this time it's going to be intercepted by Justin Lane. Another huge interception by our defense. Our defense is coming up big for our offense, who hasn't done much. And here on the first play, after being stopped for so long, we're going to find a deep post route to Trey Tucker, our rookie wide receiver. So it gives us our first score. It's 16-10. Then we're here running a little switch route here in the second half. We're going to find Chase Claypool in the back of the end zone, making it 24-10. So we're up by 14 at this point. Here he is driving. He's going to punch it in with Marlon Mack, making it 24-17. So we just got to make sure we're playing smart, and we're going to do the opposite right away as we hit... we get intercepted over the middle by Buda Baker. And here we are running a little screen pass. It's going to be intercepted by Desmond King. He read that all the way, and he's going to find nothing but open space in front of him as he takes it down inside the 20 to the 10. Najee Harris is trying to chase him. He's going to celebrate a little bit as he high steps into the end zone, making it 24-23. We still have the 1-point lead, and we have a chance. And we're going to try to run a little comeback route. A nice little interception again by his defense. So that's 3 interceptions in a row by JT Daniels. Almost selling this game completely. We got to come out with a stop. Now he's got the keys to the car as he's going to punch it into the end zone with Jonathan Taylor. Nice little run by him. So it's 31-24. We're here. We're driving. We're going to find Chase Claypool on a crossing route. JT Daniels makes up for those interceptions, leading us down the field for a touchdown, making it 31-31. Here he is on the 3rd and 7. He's going to try to get the first down, look around, but Anthony Richardson's going to throw over the middle, and it's intercepted by Devin Bush. A huge interception by Devin Bush. He's going to take it inside the opposing side of the field, and then Najee Harris is going to punch it in, put the exclamation point there as it's 38-31. Here he is on offense, just trying to get something going. It's 3rd and 15. He's going to look around. He's going to throw to the sideline, but it's going to be intercepted by Devin Bush, and that pretty much seals the game for us as we win 38-31. We move on to next week where we take on the San Francisco 49ers. We are now 2-1. Alright, so here we are with the final. We win against the Indianapolis Colts 38-31. We had an early lead and we kind of let it get away from us. You're going to see by the box score, it was 7-3 after the first. It was 16-10 after 2. After 3, it was 24. And then he ended up getting 13, so he got 23. So it's 24-23, but we were up 24-10 at one point. He came back in the 3rd, but we were able to close it out in the 4th. As you can see, 14-8 in the 4th. Scoring, total offense, we had 458. We gave up 111 rushing yards. to R105. 151 passing yards. Our passing defense was phenomenal today. A couple miscues, but it was overall phenomenal. 353 yards passing for us. 14 first downs. Turnovers, we were +1. We had 3, he had 4. So we won the turnover battle. We had 44% on third downs. We were also 1 for 1 on 2-point conversions. Red zone, we were 4 for 5. He was 3 for 3. We had 1 red zone TD, and we had 3 red zone field goals. He had 2 red zone TDs and 1 red zone field goal. 22 minutes to 18 on the dot, so that's pretty impressive. JT Daniels, 111 passer rate, and he was 23 of 30, 405, 3 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, 76% completion. Taking a look at the rushing, Najee was able to get over 100 yards. It didn't look too good early on, but we stuck with it. He was able to get 106 on 18 carries, 5.8 yards a carry, and 1 touchdown. So he definitely did his thing. Early on, he was definitely stuffing us, stuffing our run. Our receivers, Albert O, 6 for 141, so that's a nice little game by him. Trey Tucker is 6 for 82, 1 touchdown, so he had a really good game. Mike Evans, 5 for 77. We also had Najee Harris, 3 for 28. Chase Claypool, 2 for 66 and 2 touchdowns. So each time we had targeted him, it was a touchdown. Sam Laporte, 1 for 11. So a solid game there. Defensively, QB sacks. We'll go for tackles for loss first. We had 2 tackles for loss for Frank Clark. We had Cameron Hayward. Cameron Hayward had 1. Ulysses Gilbert had 1. And taking a look at the sacks, 2 sacks for Frank Clark, 1 for Cameron Hayward. So they both got into the backfield. 2 interceptions by Devin Bush, 1 from Justin Lane, 1 from Micah Fitzpatrick. And Justin, as you know, Devin Bush had that huge interception that pretty much saved the game for us. No forced fumbles. Did we have any defensive? He had 1 defensive TD. Really bad job by us. We kind of threw ourselves out of the game, we had the keys to the car, gave him the keys to the car, and then we were lucky to get him back. So, huge win for us. Now we go on to next week where we play the San Francisco 49ers. Hopefully we could continue this winning streak. But that's going to do it for us today. I hope everybody enjoyed the content, and we will see you next time.